Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Mona Lisa Rambai bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. On April 10th, the Salesian family of southern Mexico met virtually with the regional counselor for Inter-America, Don Hugo Orozco Sanchez, as part of his extraordinary visit to the Salesian province, Our Lady of Guadalupe of Mexico, MEM. The meeting consisted of a space of fraternal dialogue in which Don Orozco answered the questions addressed to him by the communication and training team of the alumni of Don Bosco of Southern Mexico and the delegates of the Salesian family of Southern Mexico, provinces of the Salesians, and the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians. At the beginning, Don Orozco focused on the presentation of the person of Don Paulo Albera, indicating in detail in virtues, limits, conquests and challenges of the little Don Bosco, to which the congregation has dedicated this year. Then he answered several questions posed by some participants in the meeting, also linked by northern Mexico and Ecuador, Guatemala, Bolivia, El Salvador, Haiti and Canada, and invited to be able to give answers to everyone in the church, even to the distant, in the first place with witness, patience and loving kindness, as Christ and Don Bosco would do. Last Friday, 16 April, Father Gildacio Mendes, General Counselor for Social Communication, as part of the extraordinary visit he is carrying out in the province of Portugal on behalf of the Rector Major, met with the collaborators of the headquarters of the Salesian publishing house Edico Salesianas. In an informal but very important meeting, Don Mendes began by presenting himself and recounting his path in the communication and marketing sector. He then recalled the importance of communication in the Salesian charism and how fundamental it is that the staff and the structures that work there can accompany the transitions and transformations to which communication is subjected, especially in today's society. Favoring dialogue and frank and open sharing of his opinions, the General Counsel shared his insight into which guide the Portuguese Salesian publishing house and summarized them as follows. Never forget the relevance of books in the panorama of culture and evangelization. Ensure that modernization is accompanied by adequate quality management. To conceive bookshops as places where local culture can and must be valued. Ensure a fair market appropriate pricing policy that ensures the existence of editorial structures. Listen in an active and careful way to the voices of customers. The Fijan Salesian family met on April 9 for its second meeting since the group formed last year, also considering the impossibility of other previous encounters due to the pandemic and cyclones that swept through Fiji. The first part of the event, with 20 participants, focused on the relationship between young people and adults. In the second part, however, Don Bosco's response to the difficult situation of young people in the society of his time was presented. The foundation of the Salesian congregation, the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians, the Salesian cooperators and the alumni of Don Bosco. About 200 children and young people with disabilities from St. Kizito Institute in Bujumbura, accompanied by parents, supervisors and nuns of the congregation of Benamukama, went on pilgrimage to the shrine of Mary Help of Christians at the end of March. Participants benefited from a day of spiritual growth with a rich catechesis on God's love and received the sacraments of reconciliation and the Eucharist. Valencia CF footballer and Salesian ex-student Carlos Sola presented on April 14th a social project supported together with IKEA Valencia, with which one of the classrooms of the Entry Amix Day Center for Children at Risk of Social Exclusion of the work Salesiano San Juan Bosco of Valencia was completely renovated. In this way, the footballer has made his contribution to improving the education and common living space of many children. I am happy to be able to help who really need it with something good. I don't want my life just to revolve around football, Sola said. The football designed for IKEA his ideal home as a model to be exhibited, and in return the Swedish company offered him the opportunity to choose a social project in favor of children. In the presentation, Solar inaugurated the classroom with the ribbon cutting and placed his autograph on the plaque commemorating the social project. He was pleased with the initiative as well as with the role played by the Fundación Iniciativa Solidaria Angel Thomas. On April 7, Father Gabriel Romero, councillor for the America Cono Sur region, arrived in the city of Juazeiro do Norte to visit the Salesian works of the city, also known for being the land of Father Cicero Romao Batista. During the extraordinary visit, Don Romero visited the headquarters of Radio FM Padre Cicero, the parish of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, the Horto, where Father Cicero made his rites, and the Salesian Institute Sao João Bosco, where he met digitally with the school management and the pedagogical team for a moment of sharing professional and faith experiences. Chaired by Monsignor Francesco Panfilo, Salesian Archbishop Emeritus of Rabaul, the solemn Eucharist for the opening of the Holy Door of the Jubilee was celebrated in the National Shrine of Mary Help of Christians in Paranaque, city of Sunday, 11th April. During the anti-contagion restrictions of COVID-19, only a small number of faithful were able to participate in person in the celebration, which was still touching and emotionally involving, also thanks to the coincidence with the feast day of Divine Mercy. The National Shrine of Mary Help of Christians was chosen as one of the pilgrimage churches for the special year dedicated to Saint Joseph, and at the same time it was indicated by the Diocese of Paranaque as a church where it is possible to celebrate the Jubilee for the 500 years of Christian presence in the Philippines. The Gospel of the day spoke of Jesus visiting his disciples, bringing them peace, and of the need to believe even without seeing. The Archbishop's homily touched on these themes while also focusing attention on the event that celebrated in the shrine. In fact, Monsignor Panfilo invited us to reopen our doors to receive God's mercy. He made a parallel between the apostles who, full of amazement and fear, received peace and forgiveness from Jesus, and those present at the celebration who too now have at their disposal the forgiveness and mercy that are offered to them through the Jubilee. The words that Monsignor Panfilo said in the homily really struck me, as they reminded me of the great gift we can receive, the plenary indulgence by crossing the holy door of the sanctuary in the grace of God. We have been truly blessed to have it in our parish, as if the Lord was telling us to return to His grace, so that we can be forgiven and loved by Him, commented Maria Patricia Prahinok, a faithful young woman present at Mass. On April 19, 2021, is celebrated the 80th anniversary of the birth of the opera Agnelli and the opening to worship of the Church of San Giovanni Bosco. It was on 19 April 1941 that Mr. Soderman was in the evening. Cardinal Morello Fossati reached a peripheral area of Miraforio to bless the chapel of Oratory Edoardo Agnelli, dedicated to Don Bosco, and opened it to worship, tells the Salesian Bulletin of May 1941. The ceremony was attended by Senator Giovanni Agnelli with the whole family and then the Rector Major, Don Pietro Ricaldoni, and accompanied by the superiors of the chapter. The Salesian editions edit the book Parents Who Pray by Father Rui Alberto Almeida, Salesian priest, specialist in catechetics and youth ministry. A prayer book for parents to put in God's hand the challenge of maintaining a family and raising their children. On April 19, there has been a presentation visible on YouTube. The event was conducted by Dom Gildacio Mendes, General Counsellor of Salesian Communication. Parenting generates a lot of emotions. Raising and educating a child raises the best in the father and mother and opens a new dimension to the couple's life. But alongside hope and joy, fear and anxiety arise. And this mixture of feelings and experiences can be placed in God's hands to be prayed. The prayers we offer in this book are for different occasions in the life of parents. Each text always comes from a biblical quotation that helps to tune the emotions and feelings with the love and hope that come from the Word of God. The 52 prayers that the book offers are divided into 6 major themes: called to be parents, praying for a child, ask for family and home, prayers for special times and occasions, pray at various times of the year, praying in times of change and difficulty. The appeal launched in recent weeks from the program Value of Time, Solid Market Online to increase the opportunities for help for the increasingly numerous families in economic difficulty in our territory. Thanks to the citizens and the realities that welcomed the appeal, adopt a family in need of your city. 27 households will receive support from the Solid Market in Kistelnino and Fasano. The Kistelnino Solidate Market, thanks to collaboration with VIS Volontariato Internazionale per tu Sviluppo, Salesiani per il Sociale Aspan, SNOSFAP, and with the contribution of UAs, will support 20 families that will guaranteed for 3 months a food spending value of €35 per week. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.